Hello everybody, hope that you are good. This is a new Bitcoin update, and it's going to be an update based more on the context, on what I'm seeing in high time frame and also a low time frame opportunity that I'm looking to trade. But overall, I want to talk more about high time frame because we're in a very delicate level in the chart that could decide literally between a bull or a bear market. So we want to be talking about it, but overall, all I'm seeing here is that we are above support, right? So I cannot be pessimistic right here, okay? If we lose support, then yeah, but at this time, and also thinking that what is happening now, I've been thinking that this was a probable scenario a few weeks ago, then I'm looking more for a bounce than, losing support and continuing going lower. So let's get started. Again, this is my opinion for you to criticize, so I'll see you in the comments, I guess, to hear your opinions. And overall, you could say that this is, some kind of a downtrend, especially if you go into the 4-hour time frame, for example. You can see that we keep making, lower highs and lower lows. Yes, that's a valid idea. Also, we could discuss that this could be some kind of a range. That would be your range highs, test that resistance twice. Your range lows could be somewhere around the 100% of this week. Right now we could be, around the range lows, give or take. But overall, yeah, I'll buy you. In low time frame, this is a downtrend, all right? Now, if we go, and this is to me the issue, if we go into the daily time frame, I'm going to start to see, some signs that we're above support and that we could see a bounce, okay? The first thing is the weekly 50MA. There it is. We are right above it. It's at 101,000. Price is right above it. So the most likely scenario is that this could hold, but I want to put it with more confluences. Now, no indicators, no drawings in the chart, naked chart. The first thing that I see is this wicks to the downside, but price is not progressing any lower. That means that the market maker might be building longs at the lowest possible zones of these candles, which are these wicks. All right. So far, at the moment, I can see that there is some kind of interest in holding price above that level, which is also the weekly 50MA. All right. Now, potentially, we could form another wick over there, but at the level that I want you to keep in mind is, and this is my validation, by the way, is if you take this low, right, it's possible that we could see even a sweep of these lows. Okay, before price, bounces. Finding acceptance below this wick over here, below 98,200, would open the door to a very scenario. All right, that's what I'm seeing at the moment. So you have wicks to the downside, but price not progressing any further. You are above the weekly 50MA support. Now, it's possible that price does, a deviation, a sweep of these lows, but if it does something like this instead, right? It drops and then it starts, to consolidate, for a few, say, couple of days, 3 days below this area. Then, be scared because price could continue dropping lower towards low 90s. All right. So that is the part that I would make me change my mind and stop favoring longs for shorts. All right. So far, I favor longs. Now, another confluence that, if I take this level here, you can see that it's a very strong support. Okay, you can see how many times price reacted at that level. Okay, countless of times really. Being the last time also here, the wicks that we are seeing right now, right? So again, for context, the daily time frame and the weekly time frame is fine. The structure is intact. However, we're at a very delicate level where everything could change very quickly. So be open-minded. Now, the way that I'm trading this is, let me take this here, is opening longs. For example, this area here. I know, it seems like it just took it. Perfect. This area here. I've been talking about this area on X for a few days. As you can see, it's an area where you could imagine there are a lot of stop losses right in this area. Okay, so it's very likely the price sweep these lows. There you go, done. All right, that area had to get taken out. When price was here, we knew that it was very likely that price dropped and takes those lows. All right, so at least we got that area taken. However, price could continue dropping, okay, to the lows of, let me take here, daily time frame, to the lows of June, 98,200. That's to me the lowest it can possibly go in a bullish scenario. Now, based on this, let's talk about opportunities that I see to trade. To me, in Bitcoin, there are only two ideas that I have, two setups, okay? Two areas of interest. The first area of interest is what we've just seen right now, okay? Taking these lows now, that is basically a liquidity wrap, and now price can continue going higher. All right, that is the first level of interest. We just hit it right now. Price could go up from here. It's possible. It's a fact. It's possible. Now, the second idea is taking out these lows. All right, take out these lows, find acceptance above it again very quickly. Okay, go back above the weekly 50MA, and then price could continue going higher. All right, just some kind of liquidity wrap around the weekly 50MA, which is something that we see often. So that is the two areas, in my opinion, that price could react from to the upside, and I'm playing that accordingly. Now, Solana is, for example, a coin that I'm seeing that if Bitcoin decides to go up from here without taking these lows from June, then I think that Solana is one that the chart is looking pretty good. So excuse these drawings, they are kind of old. Solana is one that it has here some kind of range. That's your range highs. This could be your range lows. Okay, you can see this kind of price action. Maybe can go a bit lower. Okay, and then price could go to take, for example, this liquidity pool at 186. Okay, so Solana is one of the coins that I will be betting now for it to go up if Bitcoin goes up after taking those stop losses. Okay, however, if Bitcoin decides to go to 98,200 and take the lows from June, then you have to start to look for a new area of Solana to bounce from. That could be somewhere around 136, 137 perhaps. Okay, for what I'm seeing, I can see some support at 137. I think that will be the area that I will be looking to engage again in longs. All right, so that's pretty much what I'm seeing right now. Keep an eye on Bitcoin, which also it retraced the CME gap as it's been doing before. You can see we've marked these ones from previous weeks, and they get filled straight away. All right, the week after usually. That's what happened. It's very common. So right now, keep an eye on Bitcoin. See if there is a reaction from here after taking those stop losses, or if it's gonna go and take the lows from June. Okay, 98,200. So those are the two levels for Bitcoin. I'm still favoring longs until proven otherwise, and that will be acceptance below June's lows. Okay, so that's pretty much everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.